we had Star Wars Visions. We now have 18 episodes of the series, both Season 1 and Season 2. And in today's video, I'm going to be ranking all 18 episodes of the show Star Wars Visions. Let me tell you, this was not easy for me, because obviously I watched and I reviewed all of Season 2, and I went back and I watched all of Season 1 while trying to figure out where I would place these along with the episodes from Season 2, you know? And I must have changed my mind at least a dozen times on a couple of them, because a couple of them I liked more watching them, like, I think this is like either the 4th or 5th time I've seen the entire series. I'm talking about Season 1. This is probably the 4th or 5th time I've seen Season 1, and a couple of them I have actually grown on, which is interesting. So the places are definitely different. We are going to get into each and every single one, and just for convenience sake, I have them all on my phone here, actually. So we are going to look at all of them. Okay, so we are going to start with number 18. Number 18 for me is, I'm sorry, and it's so hard because this actually turned out to be a really cute one, but compared to everything else, it was an okay story, and that's what's funny about it. Every single episode of Star Wars Visions, including with Season 1, Season 2, yeah, some of them I prefer a lot more than the others, but I don't hate any single one of them. Even including this one. This one I don't hate at all. Every single episode of Star Wars Visions, I give at least a 7 to a 10. And even this one I was debating back whether or not I was going to give it a 6 or 7. I gave it a 7 in the end. But every single one of them is good. And that is Season 2, Episode 4, I Am Your Mother. That episode was pretty weird. The next one, number 17, I'm gonna go with Episode 7, Bandits of Golak. Bandits of Golak, I enjoyed the story, but I don't know, it really wasn't my taste of animation or my taste of a story. I liked it, but yeah, moving on. Number 16, Episode 9 of Season 1, Akira. This episode, I like it. I like it a whole lot more than the others, but I gotta admit this. This episode just ended on such a weird note, where he just literally, and I understand the story, they're going with kind of the Darth Vader as kind of thing within him saving the girl and joining the dark side, but just ended on such a weird kind of point that I don't know, I didn't really like the way it ended. Number 15, TOB1, which is the 6th episode of Season 1. This is the droid episode, and I remember legit kind of, I didn't hate the episode, but I remember not liking it that much, and after rewatching again, I actually ended up moving it from, I had it in like 16th, 17th place, second last, and now it's up to 15, and it moved up a little bit for me. It was actually pretty good episode. Okay, number 14. I know everyone's going to be mad at me for this one, but I personally don't prefer the story. I like the animation of it, but the story, I mean, it makes sense. It's a nice Jedi lesson, but like all the others had more interesting stories or more interesting animation. Episode 7 from Season 1, The Elder, is number 14 for me. Number 13, Episode 8, The Pit. I'm surprised this is not in my top 10. The only reason why this one is not in my top 10 is because I just think the other ones are just better. The Pit was just so dark, but I really enjoyed the story of The Pit. That it's a shame that it's in episode 13, but you know what? This is 13. This is this low. That just shows how great the other episodes are, I feel, in my opinion. Okay. Number 12. Number 12, The Sith. This is episode 1 of season 2. Again, this is this is one that I really wanted to place in my top 10. It just ended up at number 12, where I feel like it should be higher. It was such a good episode, such interesting animation that one had, but overall, it is where it's at for a good reason, right? So, number 11, Aui's song. I legit went into that thinking I wasn't gonna like Aui's song, and I pretty much loved it. I loved the animation. I loved the story of Aui's song. It was really interesting, really different. I liked episode 11. Okay, starting with my top 10 now. Top 10 episodes of Star Wars Vision is without a doubt The Village Bride, episode 4 of season 1. Great episode. Number 9. The Duel, which is episode 1 of season 1. Fantastic. I really like the black and white art style with the red being the only color. I really liked the Sith as well, the main character of that, really interesting. Number 8. Okay, this one, I'm surprised this one made my number 8. Like, I could have sworn that this one was gonna be like number 11 or something like that, but overall I just ended up really liking it, and that is episode 3 of season 2, In the Stars. Like, the animation, it's different, it's not really my style. I do like it, but it's not my preference. However, the story of the episode was really great. I really enjoyed the story, so that's why that one has gotten so high to number 8. Okay, number 7. This might be a surprise to a lot of you guys, but I rewatched episode 2 of season 1, Tatooine Raspia. It's that episode where we have that Jedi turned into a rock and roll band. I actually really liked this a lot more than the first time around. Like, I liked it the first time around, but even I had it considerably low. And no, actually, number 7. I think it works. Number 6, episode 6 of season 2. The Spy Dancer, and this one almost made my top 5. I really did like the story it had with this one. This one was where the Spy Dancer is going around throwing bombs around when she sees someone who she thinks stole her son. She goes to confront him, and it actually turns out to be her son. Really interesting. She's obviously a rebel, so it was really interesting, really good episode. Episode 5. Season 2, Journey to the Dark Head, is my top 5. I can't believe that episode was in my top 5. But the art was interesting. I liked the art style, I liked the animation, and the story was pretty good. That episode was everything you can say about Star Wars is in that episode to me. So that episode was fantastic. Now we are obviously in my top 5. So let's go ahead with number 4. Number 4. This used to be my number 3. Number 4, The Twins. Shoutouts to my buddy Ninja243, aka Star Wars Network, because I know this one is one that he hates, but I really like the story of the twins. It's that one where these two twins were born of the dark side, but one of them wants to save his sister, the other one wants to accomplish what she was made for, and one of them decides to become a Jedi while the other one becomes a Sith. Fantastic episode, even though they were both made from the Jedi. I really liked his motivation too. It wasn't that he wanted to become a Jedi, it wasn't that he was working for the Republic or anything like that. He didn't care about the Rebels, he didn't care about the Republic or the Sith, he just wanted to save his sister. Star Wars is always about family, so I really liked the twins episode. Okay, and that was number 4. Number 3, I ended up really liking from season 2, episode 2, Screecher's Reach. I think was probably the most interesting episode ever. It felt so alien. I don't know why. I don't know what it was, but I love the art. I love the storytelling in this one. Episode 2 of season 2, Screecher's Reach, really interesting, and I really like how I at the end of the episode, how I just kind of felt about the whole thing. Just a really interesting take on the Star Wars universe. I liked episode 2 a lot. Now, my second favorite episode, which one is it going to be? Well, surprise, surprise, it's The Ninth Jedi. Oh my god, everyone's gonna be like, The Ninth Jedi should be your number 1. The Ninth Jedi was absolutely incredible, and watching it again, it's honestly one of the best episodes of Star Wars. Honestly, it just captures Star Wars so well, that episode does. It captures the feel, the emotion, that it kind of takes place like years and years into the future after the Sith and the Jedi are all dead. The Sith are still around trying to take out the Jedi, and we have the Jedi Forger creating lightsabers from it. And I really do love that episode, but it's not my number 1. Star Wars is about family, and still watching episode 8 of season 1, which is Lop and Ocho, the Bunny Girl episode. It's been my number 1 ever since season 1 came out, and guess what? It's still my number 1 today. I really enjoyed that episode because I really enjoyed the whole story aspect. It was basically a family divide. You had the older sister who wanted to join the Empire to save her family. At the same time, you have the father who's rooted in the old ways, doesn't want to give up anything to both the Republic or the Empire. And then you have our little bunny girl in the middle. She wasn't born on planet, she wasn't born into the family, but she is a member of the family, and he trusts her with a lightsaber that was handed down by a Jedi long ago. And with that lightsaber, she has a chance to save her family. I absolutely the family aspect in that episode was fantastic. The animation was fantastic. I really enjoyed episode 8 of season 1. Lop and Ocho, I think it is. The Bike Girl episode, come on. Fantastic episode. Okay, guys. With that said, that is my list. That is how I would rank every single episode of Star Wars Visions. Let me know down in the comments below, what is your list? How would you rank all 18 episodes of Star Wars Visions? And with that said, thank you guys for watching, and I am out for now. Bye.
Subscribe to Dylan's Little Hobbies right now.